So, Fatman,
So Sleazy, you're so
hurry up! We got a 4.5 hour show to go. This is going to be insane. This is the red. Okay, we're done with that. Let's get going on this fucking show. Ryan's here. Fuck. Who's also named Sleazy for some reason.
Yes, his name is Sleazy.
Come on, we gotta go. 4.5 hours.
But you're not the wrestling Jeopardy champion, though.
Hey, yo. I'm just showing off merch for our bro, Kevin J. Callis.
Yes, put him over, please.
Affirmative.
Thank you, Fatman. I'm glad somebody got it in. Yeah,
I even hesitated it, too.
Shops, great stuff. Listen, they make fat shirts, okay, boys? I love it. Lots of different designs. Guys will get there soon, too, I suppose, if they win a shirt's on the line.
You're saying that it was a 4.5 hour show, and you're trying to blow through it. That ain't what AEW does.
4.5 what? Oh, no, you said a show, not grams. Oh, you said blow, and I got distracted.
Yeah, I understand, Ryan. I understand.
Got me through a 4.5 hour show. I don't know what your problem is.
Respect it.
Just go in there with the Tony Khan nonsense. Just pay views. Great.
Oh, God.
Well, we'll talk about Tony Khan later.
Will we?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we went to the show?
Yeah.
No, I actually didn't.
I did not.
As jokey as it is, normally I have it on in the background. I was at work. I didn't watch Double or Nothing until yesterday and today. I watched the Better Show.
Until yesterday and today.
I watched the Better Show when I could. Definitely not while I was working. Never mind. I totally didn't watch that pay-per-view while I was working Sunday night. I wasn't watching Battleground. I worked.
I did not watch.
Right.
Working.
Hard.
Working. Who works, honestly? All right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Definitely not Mercedes Monet.
Opening the show.
Women's Owen Hart Foundation terminate. As I have terminal cancer watching this fucking show.
Holy shit. You couldn't even get the introduction.
Mercedes Monet versus Jamie Hayter. 21 minutes and 15 seconds. John Ken gave this the deets.
3.75. Wow.
Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Jesus Christ.
That don't work for me, brother. I'm just going to get it out of the way.
Okay.
Come on. The TBS champion has to go over in a tournament to get a shot at the main championship? Really? That's where we're going with this? Match was fine. Jamie had no chance.
Which is heartbreaking.
Yeah, and that's my biggest problem with all of this. But I think that there's going to be a recurring theme on this show is that the obvious person won the match, but did the person who was defeated get enough out of it? In this case, I don't think so. Jamie didn't get enough out of it, in my opinion.
I hate to argue with you, but you're not wrong. But like it's true, like the way you said it, the whole point of that comment is just like I had to think about it. Did Jamie Hayter look any better coming out of this? No. I don't think she looked any worse.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that she didn't look worse. She didn't look better, and neither did Sasha. She didn't look worse. She didn't look better. Like,
how dare you use her fucking slave name?
Well, she
wow,
black. So
wow.
Don't I have to? But anyway, they were kind of both started off here. Sorry, you got to make it even, and they stayed. It just didn't. I gave it 3.5. I thought it was really good. The crowd was fucking hot for it. And I'm like, it was a good match. Like, it was really good, but nothing really special. So, I mean, ups for the crowd for being fucking hot for this. Cool. But, again, 3.5, still a solid match, still watchable. Just
3.5. He's trying to defend giving it 3.5.
Yeah. I thought it was still good. Sleazy said it was fine. So what's that? 3 stars?
Yeah,
I gave it 3 stars. Yeah,
fine. Lots of E's. More E's, the lower the rating.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like that they opened and closed the show. In hindsight, with the tournament matches. Your
It
world
made them
champ
more
was-
important.
Your world
Yes.
champ was already in a different match, so our world
With-
championship
so-
main event. You know what I
the
mean?
world-
That kind of thing.
The world champ was in a match not for the world title, so it didn't. I mean, this could have closed the show and it would have really fucking mattered. So
No, absolutely not. I think spoiler. I think Ron Kidd died in the main event, but that had to main event.
you think so?
That's the guy. In all intents and purposes, that's the guy who's beating Moxley for the belt. And you're going to get such a huge pop when that briefcase opens and you finally see the belt after how long? We've not seen that title in ever.
Yeah.
Like, can you, without looking it up, when was the last time you saw that belt?
Probably. Who did fucking Moxley beat?
Ooh, see?
Danielson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it was
murdered him.
what? October, right?
That's the last
October?
time you've seen that physical belt on television.
Now watch you open up the briefcase and it's a completely different title.
Fuck, I hope it's a toy belt.
It's just
made
this
of-
weird toy belt thing.
It's made of Mega Blocks because they can't get to deal with Lego.
Now there's your fucking bullshit right there.
That would be
Slow
so
clap.
good.
Slow clap.
That would
Gotta
have
love
been
it.
so good.
I hope you step on Mega Blocks.
They're bigger and they hurt more.
Hang on. I need to go talk to somebody in their marketing department. Ready for some merch?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'll take a Mega Block version of me. Absolutely.
He has to wear the Wrestling Jeopardy champion shirt though.
Okay.
Ooh, Ryan's getting food sent to him. Where's mine?
Can I get some?
So cold.
Wow.
The frozen hot dog.
Ooh,
Look
hot
at
dog
that
sandwich.
fucking plate.
It's
Jesus.
a hot dog sandwich. Look
I got-
at Carol's gonna be so mad because a hot dog's not a sandwich, but you made it a sandwich.
No, I didn't finish my food.
Look. Look.
You can call me Mac Guyver.
You can call her Mac Guyver.
It's not a fucking sandwich. Anyway, yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches. All right. FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. 22 minutes and 30 seconds.
No need. None.
Canton gave
Absolutely.
this 3 1/4. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
Absolutely. There was no fucking need for 22 minutes of this.
Thank you.
I'll start this out very quick because a couple of times this
Oh, wait, so
show had it.
Ryan, have you taken edibles?
Oh yeah, but nowhere near as much as I did last week.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna take my
nowhere
pills.
near as much as I did. You could have did this in 12.
Yeah, easily 12.
I also think Garcia should have turned heel.
You turned on Nigel.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what should have happened. But
I'm not
Garcia-
against it. Well, to be fair, they kind of worked their way through that a little bit because at the end of the match, post-match, Daniel Garcia's out. Okay, he didn't tap; he passed the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
And everyone, including Daddy Magic, helps Nigel to the back. Daniel's left in the ring by himself. That's an interesting little twist, in my opinion.
Yes and no, but because like Nigel's a fucking old man now, boss. Like,
Yeah, but he also spent 20 minutes in this fucking ridiculous tag team match.
I gotta turn my fan on. Give me a second. It's fucking hot in here.
yes,
Keep talking.
that devastating shatter machine he takes on the fucking on the ground or on the fucking.
Yeah, but he's
inside.
still but even in the finish, he's still trying to get up to try and stop it. So it's not like it was completely hurt. Yeah, he probably took some damage to it for sure, but it's like
so.
he
Why
still
not just
got up
Austin
there.
Turner?
Like
Why-
everyone
why-
well, in my opinion, of course, I would look at that and go, why is everyone helping him and not even looking at me?
Right.
But the people
that
that
was-
checked on me was Cash. Don't forget, after it might have been a little bit of a snide thing, but he still went over and checked him a little bit.
And that's what makes the heel really good, because the heel has to be right.
Mm-hmm.
The heel's always right. Heels are always right, and they shit in people's cars.
Right.
But
Goldberg.
So yeah, sorry, John, you're an overrated piece of shit. This to me, hold on, I just want to confirm. Oh yeah, I don't even need to look at the last page. This was the worst match of the night.
Yeah, it was.
Huh.
It was so fucking long, and nothing fucking happened. Like I literally put in my notes, this match should have been 10 minutes long, and they could have told the same exact story.
It was in the dead spot.
And I was just cool. It was an okay match for a house show. Yep.
I think
Sleazy, would you
favorably, if there's like less time on this match, you look at it better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The shine went too long. The heat, the babyface and peril spots went way too long. Everything was all about Nigel in this match, which was kind of surprising.
So it was, and I really did think that if anyone was going to get the heat, it would be Garcia and Daniel, and then Nigel gets the hot tag.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought would happen.
It was kind of
Nigel took the fucking heat. When I think they did that for, obviously they did it for a reason. I think he just wants to get his bumps underneath him, start bumping again, see how his body reacts to it and stuff like that. That's probably what it was. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, I'm not against it.
No, I'm not either. More Nigel's always good.
The worker side of me always thinks about this. And I wrestled a tag match, and I was the guy that was on waiting for the tag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I do another tag match like 6 months later. My other partner's hurt. I got a new partner. He's newer than me and greener than me. And at the end of that match, I always said, somebody made the comment to me, why didn't you take the heat and let him get the shine? And I was just so used to being the tag team guy that come in and be in the House of Fire that the greener person or the newer person kind of, how do I put it?
I understand what you're saying.
You need the right guy to do
the rub.
Yeah, so like that match might have felt flat because you wanted Nigel to be that guy to beat the shit out of them in the fucking hope spot. But Nigel had to be the one to take the beating. Mm-hmm. He's that older, like.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It was just a different dynamic that I thought I wasn't going to get in this match, and it happened. Okay, structure match. Mark Briscoe versus.
Yeah, thank you. Right off the bat, thank you.
So this was called a stretcher match, but it wasn't a stretcher match. It was an ambulance match. So AEW's cool.
Right.
And I'll come back to this match later on in the show, but Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet. 16 minutes, 20 seconds. Kent gave this the deets. I'll start. I fucking enjoyed this match immensely.
Really?
I did. I give it 4 stars. Now, again,
over the top for you, like my brain thinking that.
Again, I will come back to this match. As of right now, this is a 4-star match. I will come back to this match later in the show, and then give you my real rating. Because, yeah, you kind of mentioned it, but I'll get back to it. I enjoyed it. Briscoe,
I love how much flashing's happening.
I have the hockey game on, and they're doing the pregame, and
it's hilarious. It's like you're just trying to talk calmly, and it's just like
I'm looking up at this screen, hurting my neck instead of looking down at the hockey game. I'm looking up at you guys, so it's just it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I think the right kid died. I mean, but yeah, it was a fun match.
Holy shit!
Right?
Live update. What a match! Ricky Saints and Ethan Page are having on NXT for the North American title right now.
Aren't they both AEW guys?
Well, according to some Facebook groups, Ricky Starks went to WWE and then completely shit the bed, and WWE's done nothing with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Total reign, man. I'm sorry.
Just shit the bed with him.
Back on track. This was a deadly ambulance match. Oh, I thought it was great. Everything was fun about it. Excuse me. I am absolutely in the minority. Ricochet is doing some of his best fucking shit right now. Let's be quite honest. And he's one of the ones that benefited from leaving WWE and going to AEW.
Without question. Fatman, at least for now, you same rating piece of shit. I'll never not shed a tear every time I hear Briscoe's theme. It just hits me every time. Mr. Clean Spot was funny as fuck.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Yep.
fuck yes.
I love the Sabu tribute, but it would have been better if he completely missed the chair.
Make it real. Make
it real.
wrestling real, damn it.
The gig was fucking gnarly as fuck. Getting on the Muda scale on that.
Yep.
The froggy bone on the table was really well done. One of the most dangerous spots of the entire match is probably something that nobody saw, which was when
Shitty
Ricochet.
camera?
Well, that too. When Ricochet kicks, thanks, Deets. Why don't you come on the fucking show?
Piece of shit. Anyways, when Ricochet kicks.
Mark Briscoe, when he's got the scissors, he throws the scissors accidentally on Ricochet, and it catches him right in the chest.
That's not even the worst puncture you're going to watch this evening.
No, but it was obviously not planned and could have been way more dangerous. But it was just an accidental spot that really nobody saw coming all that much. But
this scissor spot I didn't like because he basically
it's his gimmick.
No, I'm talking about like he hits Briscoe in the head with scissors, and Briscoe's all like, me, King Kong, I'm just like,
wow.
I mean, he's already busted open. He probably hurt himself more when he gigged.
I know, but real wrestling, duh.
Yeah. 4 stars.
Let
Loved
it be
though.
real.
Didn't watch a 5-hour spot fest. Enjoys.
Fuck you.
Lies, you were watching it early. Oh, you piece of shit. In the chat, you said you were watching it. And then you switched to NXT. Don't even fucking say that shit, motherfucker.
Wow.
The sons of bullshit.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
AEW Tag Team Championships, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas.
I got that reference, first of all, Ryan.
I didn't even hear what he said.
He just said I do.
Oh.
Who needs the quickie mark? Gotta love that.
Yeah, I don't watch The Simpsons. I'd rather watch an
No,
actual
this is when Apu was apparently right. I had this conversation at work. Apu was never racist to me until somebody told me it was a racist character. And I was just like, what? He just runs the quickie ride. He's the Indian fella. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He talks a little funny. It's like, it's okay.
Whatever.
Well, anyway, I'd rather watch a actual good
God damn.
cartoon like Family Guy. But anyway,
Eat the page.
The Hurt Syndicate
American champion. Sorry.
defends against the Sons of Texas. 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Kent gave this an okay match for a house show. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
When Owen Hart joined the Nation of Domination.
Yes, sir.
When Sami Zayn joined the Bloodline.
Yes, sir.
This has the possibility, with the type of characters that they are, to be just as fucking good.
Oh, with MJF
Yep.
joining the nation.
Yeah. I got fan and love. Get it. I'm not.
Why'd she just kiss a dick on camera?
Listen, she still won't kiss my dick on camera because apparently, baby, yeah, don't you worry, I'm gonna eat later.
You get that clip and all more at
OnlyFans.com/wrestling.
Yes, sir. Get that plug in, baby. I like the match. The reason I bring up that other two thing is obviously that clear white standout in a group that just never should be there. You know what I mean? Like it's clearly that odd couple, that odd foursome, I'll call it, because it always ends up being something like that.
So I don't know where MJF's new to the group and he's did
down
you do
with
that?
the cause.
Okay, let's say what the fuck does Sleazy do?
And
Anyway,
try not to cough on camera.
oh okay, and I'll cough on camera for fucking 12 years, but I just don't know where they're going. Is MJF going to turn on them, or are they going to turn on MJF? I guess it's intriguing enough to me to where I'm like, okay, you just don't know where it's going because he's still new to the group, is still kind of messing up like he did in this match. You know what I mean? Messing up as in almost costing them, and then eventually kind of sort of helps them win, but not really. But yeah, I mean, 3 stars. It was good. It didn't overstay its welcome like the other tag team match, and it told the story that it wanted to tell in the time it was given. So,
what a concept.
And I just dropped the pencil. Another wrestling show always. All right, Sleazy, what'd you give it?
I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was what it was. Here's the problem I have with the whole Hurt Syndicate thing.
Racist.
Thank you. They just added some diversity with MJF. What's your problem?
You're gonna make me start coughing again.
I'm not a racist. Some of my best friends are white.
Wow, we got a Stephen Lynch reference in here too. Simpsons and Stephen Lynch. There's only 2 real ways this ends. Is if the group turns on MJF, which we've done before, or if MJF turns on the group, which we've done before.
I thought of a third way. It's MJF on a casting couch. Cedric Alexander.
Okay. Okay, so we have our third option, which is Piper Perry and the Hurt Syndicate. Okay.
There's going to be a Hurt Syndicate.
But there's Jesus Christ. There's the reality here. I'm not sure I care which way this ends.
Like I said,
it's kind of a problem.
It's intriguing enough for me to be like, okay, I'll see where it goes. But also at the same time, it's like, how is this going to end? Okay, Continental Championship. Chikara Okada. Defends against Mike Ball Speed Bailey.
Thank you.
Okay,
friend of the show, Mike Ball Speed Bailey.
I want to be very clear here. Did we ever think in 2025 we would be saying Okada versus Mike Bailey? Legitimately.
I mean, we would have said it years ago had it not been that incident, that shit that Bailey had to go through.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because he would have been able to go to New Japan if he was. His issue wasn't going to Japan, it was going to the US.
That's true.
But not being able to go to the US didn't have his name grow enough to go to New Japan. He didn't
That's fair.
Yeah, that is fair. 16 minutes and 5 seconds. Kent gave this 3.5 stars. Since I'm a fucking mark for the Mike Ball and his speeds of Bailey, 4.25. This is exactly what I thought it would be. An Okada Mike Bailey match.
And I'll break it out for a special occasion. What was this missing for you?
It was 4.25. You can ask me that question.
That's why I said I'm breaking it out for a special occasion. Because I feel like it's just there wasn't much missing in your point of view that wouldn't have made this a 5-star match.
It's not a 5-star match.
So why not just call it 4?
Because I felt like 4.25 because I know you hate quarter stars.
Fucking quarter stars. Fucking bullshit.
That's legitimately the only reason I gave it 4.25 instead of 4. Just to piss you off. Just to piss you off, Ryan.
He might not be wrong on that.
It's time for Whirling Shenanigans and Popcock, and I don't like it.
Okay.
This match was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
This absolutely was a fucking great match. And I knew going in, I was like, Okada's not losing this till him and Omega, basically. If they don't have a title unification, the Continental Classic next year, these two titles are getting unified in the CC.
Yep.
And the international title is the one that comes out. And then Omega gets his fucking tournament win over Okada.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely what they're doing.
It is because the whole time they kept saying during the match, Okada's such a great tournament wrestler.
What a fucking great way. This is WCW in 1994 when they finally had Hogan and Flair wrestle, and it was just like, this is good, but like this would have been better a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was better a couple of years ago. You boys were killers. Now you're both older, and Okada or Omega almost died a little while ago. So like,
yeah.
Here's the difference between Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné, and this. How good does Mike Ballspeed Bailey look at the end of this, even though he lost?
Oh my God, way better.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Even losing, he looks like $1 million because he just missed it by a little bit. He took one risk just in the wrong type, and the legit first ballot Hall of Famer makes him pay for it. Like otherwise, he was very much possibly.
And wait a minute, hold on, and also, didn't one finisher win the match?
Yes. Well, come on, let's be honest here. The Rainmaker is probably one of the more protected moves,
but one finisher, one.
We won't go into it. I know where we're going. We're going there later. Okay.
One finisher.
4 stars. Really great.
Okay. AEW Women's Championship. Timeless Toni Storm defends against Mina Shirakawa. I did not say some Asian, Sleazy.
I appreciate that.
Put respect on some Asian's name. 15
minutes and 49 seconds. Ken gave this 3.25. And the over-under of how many times Sleazy came, I put at 6.5.
Oh,
over.
Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
At least 8. I passed out at one point. So I can't really.
You only had so much blood,
right?
Blood.
He has a penis, which is still tiny, a penis and a brain, and only enough blood to have one work at the same time. So he only had just enough to work one at a time. So
this is phenomenal, right?
What's your definition of phenomenal?
Yeah, it would depend on your.
Okay, I want to point out that it was. Okay, million times better than another women's match on the show. There, 4.25. I don't know how much I rated this. I gave it 3, so it's 1.25 more. But I want to point out 2 things. Number one is the story about Mina's music. Did you guys actually hear about this?
Yeah. Well, there's this stink kick up because they played her different music at the beginning of Dynamite, and everybody went online and went boo-hoo. And Tony Khan went, "Oh no, the nerds, they don't like it." And then
and legitimately changed it mid-show back to her old thing. Like, really? That's how we do this? Okay, whatever. Another thing. One of the main reasons why Tony's gimmick works so well is that everyone is in on the joke that it's campy as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's
except
100%...
her.
Okay.
Except Tony. That's what makes it great.
Yeah,
well,
it's real.
It's real to her.
Okay. Well, she 100% invests into it, but even that doesn't always mean that it sticks around. The fact that she's a fucking workhorse on top of it means that she's getting those spots over and over and over and can deliver in the ring. Mina, on her own, once again, looks better, even though she lost in this match, in my opinion. Because
the kiss is what most people remember at the end of this match.
Yeah, everyone's going to remember the kiss, but the reality is, you take a look at how that match was played out. She did a lot of damage to Toni and almost won multiple times in the match and looked really, really good, even though she ate a Storm Zero and lost. Like, once again, it looks like, oh my God, she could possibly win. Storm Zero done. I think that makes her look great in defeat. She needed that because she got catapulted to that spot since she got signed, which is kind of what AEW's MO is. They debut a brand new character, hotshot him to a belt, and either they win it or they lose it, and then they fall back off to the middle of mid-card hell. I hope they don't do that with Mina, but that's probably where this is going. I hope that this is the beginning of Mina reconnecting with somebody else. And I'll just leave it at that. 4 1/4.
3 3/4. The Deets. Another solid match, I mean, very watchable. I mean, this whole show so far has been actually really good. And besides for that first tag match, which was still just an okay match, it's been good. And this was another very solid match. I thought this was better than the Mercedes match, just by a little bit.
Not bad, too long. Not bad. Really good.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Anarchy in the arena.
Yes, go.
Death Riders and the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, the Ops, and Willow Nightingale. 35 minutes and 10 seconds. Canton gave this 4 1/4. Okay, let me start, because I'll start. Okay.
You better start positive.
I am going to start positive. Playing Bodies was fucking awesome. That was the perfect song for that match. Absolutely perfect. Here's the negative. It was kind of like a drunk guy putting Ryan will get this reference. I'm going to put $20 worth of Hooba Stank on. After the second time and it started playing a third time, I'm like, okay, can we just shut this fucking thing off?
See, but no, they can't. That is Anarchy in the Arena.
And I say this every time about
every year. every year.
I'm like, and this is the perfect song, and then they play it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. I'm all like, if Kenny Omega after the song, like, I got another song to play, and it was like another song about like beating people up, like fucking Hit 'Em Up by Tupac. Oh my god, like fucking anything, it would be fucking. That would have been better than
Tony only has so much fucking money.
No, Tony's dad only has so much money. Get it right.
That's why Tony only has so much money.
And then the hilarity of they threw someone through a speaker, and that's what caused the music to stop. That one speaker.
Absolutely.
That one speaker.
Absolutely.
Throughout the whole arena is the one.
Undertaker's an undead wizard, and that was the speaker. Fuck off.
I laughed at. I'm like, oh, just one speaker throughout it? Okay, but
there's always some dumb reason they stop the music. Young
Playing Bodies,
we don't got the money for this.
Yeah. Playing Bodies was awesome. This played a little bit too much. Okay. Some of the, quote, issues I have in the match were really not issues, they're just more like nitpicks. When they were up on the balcony and they were going to do the suplex spot, and then they ended up with Hobbs throwing Wheeler off. And I understand.
2 bodies, by the way. Let the bodies
that hit the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand you need a lot of people to help take the blow of that brunt. Why was security there?
To help take the blow of the brunt. And it's right near a point where all the fans are to it, right underneath. It's actually a perfect spot for security to be and not look like they're out of place.
You're not going to convince me otherwise. That was a stupid thing to do.
What are you talking about?
Because the whole point of Anarchy, The whole point of anarchy in the arena is there's anarchy in the arena. Why have security be there for that one spot, but not the other spots that happened in the crowd? Okay, sure, nitpicky. And especially when there's enough people in the match, you could have done that spot a little bit later on, and they could have just grouped there. So, again, it was a nitpick. It still kind of bothered me. Like, this makes no sense. Mark Briscoe coming out negated everything that happened in that ambulance match. Now that ambulance match went from 4 stars to 3 because
Briscoe looks like a beast. It's fucking Mark Briscoe.
And again, I want you guys to try to convince me that it made sense for him to come back out. Not make sense for him to come back out because it made sense storyline wise, but why have him in an ambulance / stretcher / cocaine match when he was just going to come out later in the night and have no damage basically done? Like, it didn't necessarily take away from the anarchy in the arena match, but it retroactively took away from the stretcher match.
I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. Well, that's so make it make sense. Make it make sense to me, because it's not making sense.
Have you hated any other time somebody has come back in an ambulance later on in the show?
Kinda.
Of course you would.
I mean,
of course you would.
Kinda, because it's stupid.
So you just don't like the spot.
I just don't. If that would have been like just a regular no disqualification match, I've been like, oh, Mark Briscoe's out, cool. But since it was an ambulance match
that he lost,
by the way, it makes no sense to me.
An ambulance match is better than a stretcher match, because an ambulance match, all you can do is shut the door. Mark Briscoe.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to fucking say this and it pisses me off. There's no way that ambulance match was realistic. An ambulance at an AEW show? Come on.
I'll give the criticism, they might not know the difference between an ambulance match or a stretcher match, because that was an ambulance match. A stretcher match is to capacitate somebody.
To push the stretcher across the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a stupid match, by the way.
Yes, it is. But
stupid or not, don't call it one thing when it's another thing.
Fair.
Call that an ambulance match, and nobody bats an eyelash at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
that
was a joke about the AEW ambulance
Mark
thing.
Briscoe's a beast. That's what they look. You know who looks better out of that? Mark Briscoe. Because he come back after taking a beating and still help the boss.
So when he wins a match off of one finisher, I'll be like,
that froggy bow is dangerous, and you fucking damn well know it.
Or sorry, when he loses, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. When he loses a match by only taking one finisher, I'm going to be like, you guys ass kicked an ambulance match and fucking came back and kicked ass, but he loses to a finisher? It's going to happen. So, but no, overall, I enjoyed it too. Like, those are just little nitpicks, but I really did enjoy this match. It was very fun. It was very entertaining. The exploding table spot I could have done without, but other than that,
that's where you're wrong. We could have done with more of those.
No.
Anarchy in the arena? Absolutely. The whole premise of the show.
So, other than that, 4.5 stars. Absolutely fucking fantastic match. Very, very, very fun. All right, Sleazy.
Okay, let's quickly take a look at my notes here. Did we get everything here? We didn't talk about Omega Watermark. The fuck is this match? Everyone thought Omega was done after like everyone giving him a fucking finisher and shit.
Yep.
Why is Mark here? We've already covered that. The baby faces needed a win here. They absolutely needed a win here. So glad they got it. Too fucking long. 4 stars, I guess. That being said.
So this match and the men's final, which we'll get to here in a couple minutes, this did not feel like a 35-minute match to me. This blew by. This This match, while 35 minutes long, was 13 minutes more than the FTR match. And I thought the FTR match felt like it went way longer than this match did. This did not feel like
happening.
Yeah. Do I agree it was too long? Honestly, no. In this match, no, I don't think this went too long at all.
Yeah, you think it's the longest one we've had?
Anarchy in the Arena?
Probably the shortest. No,
it's not the longest one. I know
because the one they actually did in the stadium was pretty.
Was like
long.
40-something minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the Stadium Stampede. Anarchy in the Arena is a different match.
Fair.
I'm looking it up now.
It's all the same fucking match.
It is the same match because
Won't count anywhere, no DQ. Fuck all.
The only reason they did Stadium Stampede was because of the pandemic, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's why they had a bigger fucking venue, so they didn't get COVID.
They did it in a stadium, not an arena.
It's the same fucking match. That's like calling the blue steel cage and the chain link chain cage two different matches because they're two different fucking. That's like calling a no disqualification match and a no DQ match.
Okay, wait a second. What is a street fight?
It's a fight on the street.
What is a Texas street fight?
It's a fight on the street in Texas.
What is a Chicago street fight?
It's a fight on the streets of Chicago.
What is the San Antonio street fight?
It's a fight at the Alamo Dome.
No,
remember the Alamo. It's at the Alamo.
God damn it. Yeah. What are we doing here? What is our
Ryan.
What are we doing? I'm 2 matches away of seeing which one was the longest. Was it longer than that one? The only match that I haven't looked at right now that the most recent one is the longest, even including Anarchy and the Stadium. The first one they did, the first Stadium Stampede, was 34 minutes. They beat him by a minute and 10 seconds.
So this is the longest one?
That's the longest one, yeah.
Too fucking long. There.
Oh, and also, Ryan, I will admittedly, I've not been watching AEW weeklies lately. Did the FTR match need to be on this show?
With Collision as well. Like, no.
Okay.
If they're only running just one TV show a week, like, no.
So there's your extra half hour they could have cut.
No, not just that one. Because if you're really gonna pull shit, like when you think about it that way, the tag match doesn't need to be on the page.
Oh, maybe the match after this.
The trios match.
But if you're going to keep it as 4 hours, you get rid of that one tag match. You got 8 matches at 4 hours. I mean, I still think 4 hours is too long of a show, but goddamn, when the main event is starting past fucking midnight, on the East Coast, there's an issue. Right, Ryan, did you cover everything you want to cover on Anarchy in the Arena?
The only other thing I wanted to touch on was Willow Nightingale's reveal of big black and jacked shirt underneath her coveralls was fucking great.
Yeah.
It only made it better that it was one of the dickhead Young Bucks to throw her out of the ring to stop the moment. Because the Young Bucks have been ruining wrestling forever. So I don't know why John Cena thinks this is a new game to him.
Right. Oh, that ear spot was kind of sick too.
Fuck that. It was sicker when he did it with Jeff Hardy in the ladder match.
I just love how Prince Nana just randomly had the key for that. just randomly, like, oh, I'll show up. Here's the key. Like,
it's Jim Cornette all over again.
Gotta
the handcuff key.
You don't keep a spare key, motherfucker.
These fucking boys always try to fucking pull ribs on me. I got them fucking bitches' asses. I will fucking keep my key riding over on my neck.
Yo, Dogger, who'd you like trios matches?
Jesus Christ.
Don Callis family versus Paragon.
Okay, first of all, full disclosure, don't watch the weeklies because I #don't watch the product.
Yes.
When the fuck did they got End of Heartache
I went bell to bell, so I didn't see any entrances.
Oh, you missed it because Roddy got his old music back.
Did he?
Yeah, and a Heartache from Killswitch
Kill
Engage.
switch?
Yeah, that's what he used in the Indies, and that's how they got Paragon out. Is
Tony Khan only has so much money,
right?
Yeah,
But that was fucking great. I didn't realize that they'd done that. Maybe they did that beforehand. But
I can't pick out any. I can't remember hearing it on Collision. I try to watch less fucking entrances when it comes to watching shit.
okay, but also on another piece of that, when did Josh Alexander become part of the Callis family? When did
Basically the second week? If not the first, if not the first week, the second week.
Yeah.
Okay.
They teased it the first week and then the second week, and that's ironically enough, that's when I stopped watching.
There's something else that came up, but I'll wait till my turn around here.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Okay. Well, holy shit! Blah blah blah. Fletcher almost dropping Kyle O'Reilly for the finish.
Oh my!
Was fucking hilarious.
Yes.
The match was fine.
Fine.
It felt when you got past the Anarchy in the Arena thing, you had to have something to slow it down.
Bless you.
I guess this worked. Bless you. When the fuck did RPG Vice, Roppongi Vice, become part of the family?
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay. And then, oh fuck, kill me now.
I did see
Kana fucking Hashi.
I did see this because I think I was cooking dinner with it on in the background and I heard his music. I'm like, oh, Sleazy just came. No, Sleazy reverse came. Come with and back up inside him.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about cleaning up after Mina. God damn. And had the balls to do the world's worst fucking sling blade on Kyle Fletcher. Holy shit, dude. Holy goddamn shit. I want to also point out one other thing. In the two matches here, I include Paige and Ospreay in this. So the last three matches, there were 30 wrestlers or managers out and about in these three matches.
Jesus.
30. 30. 16 people were here. Holy god damn. Like, what are we doing here?
The roster's bloated just a little bit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Now we got two fucking huge factions ready to, well, four different fucking factions ready to go to war at any point. Are we doing
Gang
World War III?
warfare.
Well, I was thinking we're doing World War III, I guess. Get 3 rings out.
Oh my
Where's Hogan?
brother?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, 3.
Brother.
He was in the first match.
3.5 stars. It was an okay cool down match from Anarchy.
3 stars. They made it most of the time they were given. Cool down match.
Mhm.
That was it.
Right, kids died, honestly.
That's true, yeah.
Yep. All right. Men's Owen Hart tournament final. I said it right. Oh my god. Oh god, I said it right. Okay. Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page. 36 minutes and 56 seconds. John Canton gave this 5 stars.
Ron Kidd died, first off. I could give 2 fucks less about anybody else's opinion. This is... And Ospreay chose to go here for this? You're nuts. You're nuts.
What? Say that again?
I said Ospreay chose to go to AEW. Chose to fucking lose the Hangman. Go fuck off. Go eat a tree. Like, suck a lemon. Step on a Lego.
He just doesn't like, losing to Paige.
Fuck Hangman.
Wow. I'm okay with Paige winning here.
Fuck that. Will Ospreay is the best
Same.
fucking wrestler in your entire roster.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with that either.
And he already put his bullshit to the side to prove he's a good little fucking soldier.
When he lost the Swerve.
When he lost the Swerve. Yeah, see, no, yeah. Now, and maybe it'll make me happy because now Ospreay's going to turn heel and have a proper United Kingdom with him. And fuck this, so I'm not a good worker. I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'll break people's necks with the Tiger Driver. No, that was not tonight. Should have been. Should have been Ospreay.
We're forgetting that All In is in London. No, not All In.
Isn't Texas.
All Out.
Forbidden Door is in London.
What shitty ass title is he going to challenge for other than the AEW title?
The Trios titles. Duh.
Right?
Shut up. Shut up.
So, my opinion on this match is Right Kid died. I think. I don't think it's Ospreay being a good soldier. I think it's a story because he hasn't won the big one when it comes to like AEW World Title matches or shots at AEW World. You know what I mean? Like he's always like lost them. So when he does eventually get the opportunity, I actually expect him to lose his first time. But he could win it
already.
Yeah, all right. You're right. He did. So he could win the title. I just think it makes for a better story. Like the whole, I'm the best wrestler in the world. I have 40,000 5-star matches according to fuck Dave Meltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Ospreay's probably got.
But he hasn't
7 5-star shits. If we're talking about according to Meltzer.
I mean, that's true. I took one earlier, and Meltzer only gave it 4.5 because it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome.
It was in a dome.
It was, but this was 5 stars, and I had it. I had to think. I'm like, was this really a 5-star match? Because I watched it late last night, and I'm all like, I was entertained by it. If I was going to nitpick, I would say that this did go too long. But again, this didn't feel as long as the FTR match. So, and nitpicking it based on match time, this was 5 stars. For sure. Sleazy.
Let's start with this. What is this?
It's
what
a
is
vagina.
it?
It's a vagina.
Okay, that too. It's the United Empire, right? United Empire's been dead for a while, bruv. They all turned on you and hate you now, bruv.
Well, one of them's in WWE.
Well, that too. Probably should introspectively look at that, bruv.
He just wants to say, he's like, that's what Brie Priestley's pussy looks like.
Also true.
Wow.
Interesting counter to the second buckshot. The table breaking before
God.
I was like, thank God he tucked.
Yes.
You could see him kind of tuck afterwards and like, he's going to do it anyway. And he does it. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my neck. Oh God.
Right. So of course we got to do the spot again anyway. Fucking do it anyway.
You have to.
Fuck him.
You got to.
Fuck Will Ospreay. Fuck your finish a couple of times, obviously. 35-minute New Japan style main event, so obviously that was going to happen. Here's my problem. I think you're absolutely correct. It was a 5-star match. The problem I have with this is how many times was the crowd just fucking a complete pin drop because they were fucking
tired. Yeah.
And they just had a 5-star match against a crowd that had been cheering all night for 4.5 hours plus for the main show. Never mind the
pre-show.
And you've got all this going on, and you get to this main event. You have this amazing match, and the crowd doesn't care anymore. They just want to go home.
So the last 10 minutes, they got into it. Like they did. They got into the last 10 minutes, which is great. But the first 25, they weren't. I don't want to say they were dead, but they weren't as alive as they were throughout the night.
There were times where you could hear people shifting around in the seats.
I'm deaf in one ear. I did not hear that.
Legitimately, do you like? There was nothing going on for some of those spots, and it's not a knock against the two of them. It's just a knock against the shows being so fucking good.
And this kind of goes back to being the show is too long. Are these matches too long too? Do they need to kind of shorten some of these matches instead of having like these 37-minute epics? I mean, this match was epic. I gave it 5 stars. But like,
it's okay to have one of these on the show.
Yeah, but to have 2 and then another match and 2 other. Hold on, let me take a look here.
I think the shortest match was like 12 minutes.
Yep. So it went 21, 22, 16. I'm rounding down, by the way.
I'm rounding down.
12, 16, 35, 13, and 37.
So the shortest match was the trios.
No, the shortest match was the tag title match.
Oh, okay. Yikes!
By like
we need edits.
15 seconds.
We need edits.
Yeah,
legitimately, we need edits.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest problem with these shows is that 30 fucking people in 3 matches, and yet we feel like we need to have 12 matches too. You know, I didn't do a full count, but there's got to be over 50 people on this show.
You want to count
performers? I don't even want to count.
I will count the main show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting managers too.
Right, I was too.
9, 10.
Get to the anarchy. I have the number for the anarchy.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So 51 people, including managers on the show. 51 performers.
Wow.
Like
that's not counting referees either.
No. Referees, how they change out fucking commentary.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background too. So I have a problem with the fact that they can't edit stuff because everything's got to be priority, and when everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. And that's a lesson that they really, really need to start learning. Now, this show overall, spoiler, I thought was still a great show.
Same,
but it was just fucking long.
Yeah. That's why I went bell to bell, and it still took me about 3 fucking hours to get through.
It still took us, and I jokingly did this as a bit, but it legitimately took us an hour to review the damn thing.
3 people. 3 people.
Only 3 people. Normally we do 4, and we don't go as long.
Yeah.
So.
But that is what happens watching, and I've said it enough of times.
Yeah. Yes, love me, love my show. Yeah, I get it. And the reality of all of this is that that's what AEW is putting forward. This is what we believe would make it even better. Is tighten it up, and you might catch more casual people. And maybe that's not what you want. Okay, so be it. But that's where the money is. Yeah, but that's also not the best profitability way of running shows, in my opinion.
What did Ryan say? I'm sorry.
They don't want that growth because they're getting all the benefits doing it their way.
So, and we discussed this, I think, at the beginning of the year about what we want each company to work on. And obviously, I'm not the biggest AEW fan, but their pay-per-views this year have been fan-fucking-tastic. They've been great. Their weeklies, from what I've seen, not great. But at the same time, they're getting the Turner money for their rights deal, and then live events and some merch. They're not doing house shows.
No, but they're saving money on something else.
They're going to that esports thing like all next month.
That's not the only place they're doing that at.
Philly for like 2 weeks.
Wait,
Oh,
Hundred
that's
Arena.
right. That's right. They're
They're doing that for like 5 weeks or something, or 4 weeks.
Yeah, like they got shows coming up. They're not going in. Okay, they're just going to be in Philadelphia in a small venue. That's going to have a rabid crowd for 10 shows.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the best fucking thing for them. And
It
normally
is.
I wouldn't say that necessarily because you do have a tendency to burn out a crowd like that or burn out a market. But Philly A is unique in that perspective, and they'll always be fucking rabid there. And two, because it's such a small venue, it's less likely that it's going to be the same people every single time. Like it's every single time, every single person's going to be the same. That's not going to be the case.
I have fond memories of the Hammerstein Ballroom for 3 reasons. Us, ECW, and every time TNA would do a bunch of shows out of there during the Dixie Card one. Because like I just always remember it fondly. I'd like AEW to go there to put their kind of, and it's the fact that I don't bring up Raw is funny, but it's like it didn't hit me as much as those other instances, right? I'd like AEW to go Hammerstein Ballroom and do a show out of there.
Because when we think of Hammerstein, we think of the bigger venue. There's multiple ballrooms at Hammerstein.
Manhattan Center.
Yeah.
Where Raw was forever.
Yep. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's get to news and rumors here. So Sleazy, it is confirmed they are doing a Evolution pay-per-view. It is
on my day before, after my birthday. Saturday night's main event is my birthday.
Yes, they're doing it July 13th. It's going to be in Atlanta. Saturday night's main event is going to be the day before. That's the same day as All In, and AEW moved All In to 3:00 Eastern.
So they're in Texas, though.
3:00 Eastern, 2:00 Central in Texas.
Yeah.
So, not to be counter programmed.
Okay.
Um,
See, here's the weird thing. We're sitting here saying that we don't want AEW to be counter programmed with WWE, but we're also saying that they're okay with whatever audience that they have, which are hardcore AEW fans. Like hardcore AEW fans are going to turn the channel to Saturday night's main event.
So let's get into something about that. And Tony Khan's all like, "Oh, the tactics WWE are using are blah blah blah. They're bullshit." I'm like, but like WWE's doing it on purpose. Of course they do it on purpose. But why wouldn't they? If you would have kept WWE's name out of your fucking mouth since day one, Triple H wouldn't be all like,
"Fuck these
fuck
guys."
you." If you just did your own thing, I guarantee you Triple H would have been like,
let's sign a deal and have one of our guys pin your champion.
Exactly.
As you speak about that, NXT got Trick Williams and Mike Santana arguing over the TNA title in the ring, and now it's on mute, so I can't really. I'm trying to close captions a bit fuck, but Santino's on talking about, I guess, the title match that they're going to book between the boys.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of
Anniversary
of pro, what title do you got there? I can't confirm this because I #don't watch the product. I didn't watch all of Raw. In fact, I watched about 4 minutes of it for a different reason. They announced that Vikingo versus Chad Gable for the AAA Mega Championship.
Is that true, or is that just a fucking meme?
It's true. It was on. I didn't watch Raw. I did not. But
Is it actually true though? Did they actually do that?
Chad Gable is absolutely fighting El Hingo de Vikingo, but it is not for the belt as of right now. Somebody just edited that fucking picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny as hell.
Like I didn't watch it, so that's why I'm like.
Yeah, no, that popped up because there's 3 matches for Worlds Collide right now. Legado de Fantasma, which is Santos and Angel Umberto, will take on El Hijo del Wagger Jr., Paragano, and Psycho Clown. Chad Gable versus El Hijo del Viquino. And Ethan Page will defend the North American Championship against TBA.
So Heavy G's all calls us fat fucks
Okay.
in the chat.
Welcome back.
Fuck that fat fuck.
Like half the people are supposed to be here aren't here.
Yep.
They didn't want to talk about AEW.
Lucky fucks.
That's right. Fat fuck.
The cathedral of Heavy
Wait a minute.
Julius Beefcake the Third, Esquire D.M.D.
Caveat.
Affirmative.
No, caveat. You can't add to his nickname by the end. You have to put it at the beginning, because if he's in the cathedral, he would be Father Heavy Julius Beefcake III, Esquire, DMD.
See, I was going to go pastor, but father works, I guess.
Oh, Father for sure.
Affirmative. There we go.
Yeah.
So Asuka's apparently still not fully recovered from her injury. Sorry,
Of course
Sleazy.
not.
Oh.
I knew that. You-
5
5 seconds.
Use better rope next time, Sleazy.
Right? The real situation is this. They just went out to Texas Day, Brazil. The 3 of them.
Wow.
Look,
How do I
Texas Day,
know?
Brazil. Because you were there fucking stalking her. We already know this.
Paparazzi photos, obviously.
Jim Ross underwent colon cancer surgery. Zoe Stark underwent knee surgery.
Yeah, after that whole fucking ridiculousness.
Here's a question.
What?
Does she return to WWE?
Who?
Zoe Stark.
You think they're just going to release her? I don't think they will.
They'll pay her bills.
I'm saying they'll pay her bills, but once she gets healed enough, you think they're going to keep her?
I think they will, because she's a good trainer.
Yeah.
At least that's what people are saying. I don't know that.
I get bubbled.
I want to get your guys' opinion. I haven't watched. I just got in. What did you think of the 4.5-hour show?
It was good. It was a good show. Just too fucking long.
4.5 hours.
It was 4.5 hours. Remember that one time, Sleazy, we reviewed like 30 shows during WrestleMania and we both got sick?
Hey, take
Right.
a shit. I got married.
Yeah, they've been rumored as a couple for years.
Who was that?
Takeshita and Yuka.
Sakazawa.
Yeah, I'm not going
Take
to
a shit and sock it to me.
Now it's
Sock it
Mr.
to
and
me.
Mrs. Takeshita.
Shitta.
Mr. and Mrs. Take a Shitta.
Um,
WWE holds a mandatory meeting about stem cell therapy.
it was not okay. So
Shake,
that was
shake,
blown
boss.
blown out of proportions. All it was, hey, look at all this shit that's Rey Mysterio's going through, and he can actually wrestle when he's too fucking old to wrestle. You should probably go down to Mexico and investigate it now that we own AAA.
Drew McIntyre taking extended time off.
Good for him.
Oh, hey, maybe I was wrong about that. Apparently, that wasn't just a meme. That like appeared on Raw.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know for sure.
I
That's
just thought
still
it was,
hilarious.
Like, I didn't pay no attention to it. Like,
All right. Do we talk about WWE moving WrestleMania?
No, we need to, because it not only just moving it, and there are a bunch of different fucking.
It's still not confirmed for Vegas. You
No.
know, that's the thing. That they want to hold it in Las Vegas again because of the amazing business it did, which basically means they sold a shit ton in sponsorships.
Right.
How many pieces of the ring were sold? 15. I counted.
all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Fuck you, new Bianca Belair.
Do you think? Do you think? I mean, we know that Vegas is the lead spot. Any sleepers like maybe Indy?
So Indy's not really a sleeper because they signed a deal with WWE to bring Rumble, SummerSlam, and WrestleMania there. So I was for sure thinking Indy was 100% hosting WrestleMania next year before they announced New Orleans. And then because SummerSlam next in 2026 is going to be Minneapolis. So I'm thinking 2027, Royal Rumble this year, WrestleMania next year, SummerSlam and Indy. They signed the contract. That's done. You're done. Boom. So Indy's not really a sleeper to me.
I have something to throw out at you here in regards to the indie deal. What if they couldn't do 2027 like they originally thought because they got another deal for 2027, which means it forces their hand to move it to indie for 2026?
Hold on. I want to check something out. Heavy G and Ryan, go for that. I'm checking something out real quick.
I was distracted.
So the thought here's my thought is that they've signed a 3-year contract for SummerSlam, Rumble, and WrestleMania for Indy, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say for the sake of argument, they decided, hey, we're going to do WrestleMania in 2027, 2026 we booked already for New Orleans. And then something comes up for 2027 for Indy. And if that happens, they've got to move it back to 2026.
It may not be in Indy next year.
Okay.
Why is that?
Final Four is in Indianapolis next year.
There you go.
And I understand they kind of moved the dates around so they're not coinciding with the Final Four. You still need time to get the set in and up.
When is the Final Four?
It will be. Hold on.
March, because March Madness.
Right.
Well, March Madness, but the final probably won't get until April 7th, April 6th, something like that.
I'm looking right now.
That's 2 full weeks.
April 6th.
So that's 2 full weeks.
April 6th. April 4th is the semifinal.
Semifinals, April 6th is the final.
So it's April 4th. So and then you got to remember the NCAA still got to they raise the shit up. They got to still decorate the arena and everything. So they got stuff they got to do. It's not just throwing down a basketball court and going.
Right.
So they need a couple like a week to set up too. So and probably a couple days to tear down. Unless WWE hosts it like the end of April.
Which they've been kind of fucking around with the schedule with that now. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised they keep pushing it so that they can hit these big arenas or big stadiums that they wouldn't normally be able to hit. Like earlier on in the year.
It's got to come to a time that...
No, I agree with that because there's no... I think we talked about this when we talked about like it moving back. Like Philadelphia, freezing fucking cold. You move it to the end of April? I mean, it was freezing cold at the end of April here. But like... But Baltimore, the Boston area, Gillette Stadium, DC, they're building a new stadium.
Yep.
Maybe Chicago before the Bears build a new stadium. Like, you know, these big Chicago, another huge market that hasn't hosted a WrestleMania since 2006. Like,
okay, I'll throw something out to you here now. What if WrestleMania never leaves Las Vegas again?
It
has to.
That's not going to happen.
Why?
Well, one, they signed a contract with Indy, so there's that. They just got to leave at least once. 2, they already promised New Orleans another WrestleMania after this, so that's leaving twice.
Could next year be our first outside the U.S. WrestleMania?
It's not going to be the first outside the U.S. Toronto's
twice.
Well,
North America WrestleMania?
Outside, well, Mexico's part of North America, too.
Oh.
Could it be the first overseas WrestleMania?
London?
I think if you're going to go overseas, I think you'd go Australia.
No, they'll go London.
No, they won't. They'll go to Riyadh first.
Yeah, true.
They're not going to host it in Riyadh next year either because the Rumble's there. So.
Yeah, that's true. But doing the Rumble there opens the door for WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all. But Mania's
think-
going to travel for sure.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay in Vegas.
It kind of has to now.
Yeah.
That's why
Cities are bidding. WWE would be dumb to keep it in one venue. Cities are bidding to basically. It's like the Super Bowl. They're bidding to host this big event. Now it's 2 nights. You get the rest.
Well, it's not 2 nights. It's not 2 nights though. It's been a week forever now.
Yeah, I'm saying now WrestleMania is 2 nights. You get at least an extra day of people staying in your city. Is what it meant to.
Well, yeah.
So, like, it's just.
But do you? Because if you go there, you're going to be there for Saturday anyway.
Well, look at it in my aspect. And when we did it 12 years ago, 2013, we planned to do everything we could well before everything blew up. We'd just say WrestleCons and shit. We landed Thursday, or when we landed Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday we spent in New Jersey 2 days before. Had we known the other shit, we would have looked into that. Friday we drove to New York, where our hotel was, and did the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Thursday day we did WrestleMania nonsense that was in part of our flu. I would have stayed till Tuesday for the SmackDown taping just to add on to the fact that we did Hall of Fame Saturday, which is now NXT, and we did WrestleMania and the convention Sunday. Had there been shit Monday, like we went for a full week sure alone, and I still bet you I could go for another 2 days before or after and do random wrestling shit still there. Any WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, the WWE store I think was still open like into Tuesday and Wednesday, like in Vegas.
Because the year we went in Philly, that store was open till Monday, like till the end of before Raw, basically.
Right before, I think it was like 7. Like
Yeah.
there were still people doing autographs. There, actually, I was open during Raw because there was people doing autograph sessions during Raw.
Yep.
So yeah, in case if you Raw sold out, here's a WWE superstar to meet. Like,
yep.
So tangent back around. It would be stupid for WWE to keep it in Vegas. I personally, I don't think it's going back to Vegas. It could. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I think having now New Orleans, they said New Orleans is getting Money in the Bank in 2026. I'm not sure if it's going to be at the Superdome or not. I would assume it might be.
But they're already starting a trend that they're going to say something's going somewhere, and then it's going to move. Like it started now.
So
I hope this isn't a one-time thing. Let me just put that out there.
The first time I heard about this, I heard that it was the city of New Orleans who moved it for some reason, as long as they get a WrestleMania in the future. And then the more I dug deeper, it wasn't WWE, it was TKO.
Hence why I said if TKO has their hands on it and see how good Vegas is, because Vegas is such an ever-changing.
Well, TKO
anyways.
loves Vegas. Like,
Mixed martial arts, boxing.
Yep.
I mean, you think about it, it's either AC or Vegas, or one of the two.
Well, AC just doesn't have the arena.
Oh, I get it. I'm
it's a
just saying
big event.
boxing wise.
Yet
They're not going to.
No, legitimately, they're looking at tearing down Bader Field and putting something else there.
Is that the ballpark?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's not still active.
It is still active. Yeah.
They have the racetrack there. Why didn't you just tear down the racetrack and put shit there?
Don't know why. I take that back. There might be a reason why. I think somebody's developing it for something.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, tangent. Like, again, we went to a WrestleMania in New Orleans. I'm not a big fan of the city of New Orleans. I know Sleazy said he'd go back there, like, and I'm the idiot that said I'll go back to Detroit when I got a gun pointed to my head. Like, I don't care. But like, I mean, to be fair, the food was amazing and the wrestling was really good. But
it was just everything around
and
the
everything
city itself.
around it was just terrible. So, yeah. I think that's it for news and rumors.
One last thing for me, because I haven't talked enough about Asians
You fucking mark.
today. Who choked on a dick? Oh wait, that was me. Kairi Sane.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. I know
Yes,
exactly where you're going with this.
won a match for the first time.
Her
Since
first
when?
singles match in 5 years.
Officially speaking, it was July 29th, 2020. We were in the height of COVID. It's the last time she won a singles match.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She apparently, and this is an aside thing, apparently she started crying when she won the match when she came out of the ring, and the ref was like, "Are you okay?" Because they thought she got hurt. No, she was just surprised she actually won a match.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Even on fucking Instagram, people are like, "Yeah, good going for you. Actually, fucking won a match. Congrats." Heavy G, put yourself over.
You can catch me and the Hall of Famer Fatman on the best darn sports show, period 2, coming up in a couple minutes' time. We're going to talk MLB. We're going to talk playoffs in basketball and hockey, and a lot more. Stay tuned. It'll be fun.
Okay, as the resident non-sports person in the room,
Sports trivia?
yeah, right. Actually, it is. I can't. Oh shit! Damn it!
What the?
It was
fuck?
all the logos that have teeth in them.
You've been watching that fucking stupid shit on fucking like
Oh,
Facebook.
TikTok.
Rules, haven't you?
TikTok.
It's on
Always
Facebook tools.
They almost certainly promote
Sabres. I know.
Yeah, Sabres,
Panthers, Jaguars.
Predators.
Monmouth now.
Yes.
Well, then no, those aren't teeth. Those are husks.
Husks? You mean tusks?
Tusk, husk, same thing. Husk.
Husk.
I had to turn it back around to being a wrestling podcast.
Ryan, put yourself over.
Ron
Give us
Buckotch, Reddit, Twitter, all the good Instagram nonsense like that. Apparently, on the Click This podcast, Kevin Nash, when he was asked about Tony Khan being called a crackhead, the response was, "He's autistic, man. You got to give the guy a little bit of slack."
He's not a crackhead. He's a cokehead.
Okay.
Get it right. God.
Hey,
God
how dare
damn
you?
it, Kevin Nash.
How dare you?
Oh,
He is
as
my
always.
favorite wrestler now.
Kevin J. Callis,
Yes,
Wrestling
Wrestle
Trivia. Like, subscribe, all that.
Affirmative.
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 I'm at TWS Sleazy.
Hi.
I'll never get over that. We're at SleazyFatman on all the shit, X, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok. I even put out a TikTok today. Holy shit, I put out a TikTok today. Please follow us there. Find our videos at twitch.tv/SleazyFatman.
He talked his tick.
Yes. YouTube.com/SleazyFatman. Premium content on that. OnlyFans.com/The Wrestling Show. Especially, apparently, now that Ryan's become a adult film star live on Twitch. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform. Click that notification icon on YouTube so you know when we go live for After Dark. Explore more content at WrestlingShow.com, including articles, merch, and so much more. Our merch store is now open. Go ahead and take a look. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. So with a thanks to Ryan, a thanks to Father, Heavy, Julius, Beefcake the Third, Esquire, D, M, D.
D.
As always for Sleazy.
Well, fuck Dietz for the fat man.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I was so focused on his fucking name. This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Tony Khan. I'm not even going to say allegedly. Fuck Tony Khan and his coke habit. Fuck Dave Meltzer, which we haven't really said a lot today. How does not a sandwich? It's not, you fat fuck. Even though Ryan kind of proved me wrong on that today. A burger is a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. Tacos and burritos are sandwiches. Nothing to review next week. Wait, Money in the Bank's the week after that. So maybe a attack of the Reddit.
Maybe.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm the world gone sad.